All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How ya doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Are you clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Getting a kick out of this. Let's talk. But first, Jay is in the house. Y'all can't see what my house look like. It looked like a total disaster. They're remodeling my kitchen. Total mayhem. But I made a video not too long ago about UPS setting the groundwork for major changes for basically all laborious industries. Labor, physical labor, that's us. And I'm gonna read an article to you guys which should intrigue you, and hopefully it will inspire you to look at the big picture later on. And this is starting with UPS, and I'll let you know how it affects us over at USPS. Don't get salty when I talk to you though, because this is gonna hurt. UPS CEO announced that his drivers will be making $170,000 a year in pay and benefits by the end of a 5-year employment contract. This is just the beginning for jobs in the physical economy. Physical. Let's dissect this first statement though. $170,000. I don't want you to think there's 170 coming out of their pocket or going into their pocket. I spoke to you guys a couple days ago that it costs them, because remember, they're paying for their health insurance as well. So it costs them $170,000 to employ one person. All right, I don't want you to think that is all about that. Okay, a few years ago, there was a great deal of discussion about the elimination of the physical worker. That's you, laborer. That's you, carrier. That's you, mail handler. That's you, clerks. Yeah, okay. Jobs in the physical goods economy. Think truck drivers, farmers, pilots, plumbers, oil rig, dock, warehouse, and construction workers. They said warehouse, which is good. These are all jobs that require physical and the mental skills to do it successfully. Physical, mental. Many of the ideas regarding the digitizing the economy were promoted by venture capitalists and tech media writers who have spent their entire careers working in the digital world and never the physical one, meaning the nerds that sit behind the desk. The reality is that digitizing content, insurance, payments, and finance is relatively easy, while digitizing the real world is incredibly difficult. Let me explain to you. We used to have to get up, go find ourselves an insurance company to go get our car insurance, right? Or health insurance, right? We had to do a lot of different things. We had to go over there and talk to somebody behind the desk, right? But now, everything's an app. You don't have to go and sit in front of anybody. And that eliminated those jobs too. Think about that. The people, all your insurance agents, eliminated those jobs. Think about the tax preparer, right? People that used to, H&R Block and all those people, they don't really have the need for them that much anymore unless you have complex taxes. But you can do all that stuff on your phone, right? Digitizing everything. But what they are saying, it will never, most of the ideas regarding digitizing the economy were promoted by venture capitalists and tech media writers who have spent their entire careers, what I said, working in the digital world, but never the physical. That's you, strong people. The reality is digitizing content, insurance payments, and finance is relatively easy, while digitizing the real world is difficult. I repeated it for you because you cannot digitize somebody delivering. If you aren't convinced, Go research autonomous trucking startups that raised billions in capital from 2015 to 2020, but I don't see too many autonomous trucking companies yet. Yeah, most of those businesses are now defunct, meaning they don't even exist even when funded by larger companies, Google, Uber, etc. The most successful VCs are some of the smartest minds in the digital economy. The reality is that the physical world is incredibly hard to digitize and therefore automate. The real world is messy. Quantum physics and chaos theory reign. Things happen that can't be anticipated in a lab or computer program. The massive pay concessions we've seen labor win over the past year are primarily a function of demographics. The United States simply does not have enough young people to do the physical jobs. I think they lazy. You didn't hear me say that our modern economy requires. Manufacturing is coming back to North America, and in the long term, that's very good for the country. Physical labor is going to be a major constraint, but this likely means that those jobs will pay much higher salaries than digital ones in the long run. This is not a short-term thing. It's a long-term trend. Get used to it. It's beautiful. Let me explain that. Okay, so all of us that sit there and say, hey, I'd rather work behind a desk. I'm gonna go work at Google. You ain't got no job security over there. Let's be clear with that. There is none. As much trash as I talk about the United States Postal Service, understand that I wouldn't leave this to go sit behind a desk working for a major firm. They won't need me. They just won't. They replace you the second you get too high up. You cost them too much. They'll replace you. I talk so much smack about all the negatives that we go through. It's all reality here at the post office. But the one thing I always emphasize is we will always have a job. May not be in the same spot, but we'll always have a job. And more than the carriers, it's going to be so difficult to even think about replacing carriers. The people that are watching me right now, from whatever age group you are, you won't see any replacements of you because they're not going to get a bunch of drones to deliver mail door to door. They'll have a lot of technology, but I just looked at the USPS careers website and I just went through, right? I looked to see what they had going on. And honestly, they have a lot of hiring, which is shocking to me at this point. But I believe that I spoke about it months and months ago. This whole thing with attrition and getting rid of people, he wants the newer people coming in that are making less, obviously, because you got somebody that's there for 30 years. They're making a lot of money. You bring somebody fresh in that's going to physically work, they're going to make money. They're not going to make as much as that 30-year veteran, but they're going to make some money, and they're going to make less money than that 30-year veteran. And they're going to work. That's how this thing goes. Push them out, get some new fresh blood in. Fresh blood gets old, push them out, get some people in that want to work. That comment that I made where people just come in and think it's a free ride, or the gentleman or gentlewoman that said, yeah, this is not a welfare case or charity case. I agree. So for those that want to go through the grind and want to look at this long term and want to look at the end game or end goal, understand, I truly, and I've always said, I truly believe that we're going to be good on the other side of this. And UPS has laid the groundwork, okay? They put the demand out there and say, hey, our laborers need more money in order to keep this economy afloat. And if you all do not give us the money, just imagine all the people that are going to follow suit. There have been more strikes within the last year and a half, 2 years than I've ever heard. And somebody going to be in the comment section arguing about, you can't strike and you don't need to strike at this point. Everybody else is doing it for us. It's gonna come a point where our union's gonna grow a spine and they're gonna say, hey man, yeah, you know, if FedEx is caught up with us, we should probably get a little bit more change, okay? We little shmoney in our pocket. But when that time comes, let's hope that we all sticking around for it. All right, this is JH, and I'm hoping that this information was helpful to somebody. It was just a little smidget, a little tidbit to help you guys have some aspirations for the near future. Don't give up. Don't give up. It's never too late to continue pushing forward. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. You zim it? This is JH, and I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.